Hi class, my name is Rafaela and for my tech demo I will be focusing on yoga. Let's get our mats out and let's do some yoga together. First I want to discuss the purpose of the technique. The fundamental purpose of yoga is to foster harmony in your body, your mind, and your environment. Many people utilize yoga for their daily exercise or some type of way to self-care. So if you're having a rough day at work, stressed out with school, work, personal life, get your mats out and kind of have that time to yourself for that positive thinking. Um, Yoga is a systematic practice of physical exercise, deep breathing control, relaxation, diet control, and that positive thinking that I was just saying. Sometimes it's hard to think positive, but when you're on that mat and you're at that comfortable pose, there shouldn't be anything else that you're thinking about. Yoga also supports the human PSNS. It helps relax and repair those thoughts in your body. This is the branch we will be looking at and the part that supports to feel that peacefulness. Also, because of work, school, personal life, the pandemic, this is a great way to release stress. It's a good exercise, a good way to kind of balance everything. It's good for your health, your well-being, balancing your systems, better digestive, um, and also, again, just having that time to yourself is very important. We are humans and we're always on the go. We're not robots, but we're always go, go, go. And we don't realize that we just worked like 12 hours. Um, so kind of just having that 30 minutes, like that's all you need is 30 minutes on the mat. A lot of people aren't huge in like exercising. I could say I am one. I go through these phases of going on the elliptical, going on the bike, running, and then a month later I'm just like completely over it. But yoga is one self-care strategy that I continue utilizing, and I hope you guys will utilize it as well. So that brings me to my next part of what would who would benefit from the technique. Yoga could benefit anyone who puts their mind into the strategy, but it especially could benefit those in the field, such as us. We listen to very sad, traumatic stories. There could be children and youth involvement, foster care involvement, substance abuse, neglect. Um, there's probably so much more that I'm not thinking of right now, but we take in a lot. And there's no way for us to relieve that stress. And that also causes anxiety and depression on us, being the individuals to care for our clients. But if we can't take care of ourselves, how are we going to care for our clients? So this is a way for us to help not only our clients, but to help ourselves. And also this is very affordable. Yoga, all you need is a mat. I mean, you could go to Five Below and get a mat if you can't go elsewhere. Walmart, anywhere that you could get a mat. So it's not like you're spending tons of money to utilize this for yourself. I also began yoga with a client of mine who expresses a great amount of stress, and we begin our therapy sessions with yoga. I mean, it's not very long. It's kind of just like that comfortable pose, thinking positive, letting all those negative thoughts out. And then we have our session. So maybe like 3 to 5 minutes. We have our session, for about 40 minutes. And then we kind of end again with that relaxing child pose or whatever pose that she wants to. And then I will as well, to kind of just be in the moment. Be in the moment. All right, so the next part is a few steps of the technique. So there's so many different yogas. I actually took yoga in college and I absolutely loved it. Sorry. But for beginners, there are 4 different steps that we could start off with. So let's kind of get comfortable on our mats. The first one is learn how to breathe. That is so important, especially when you're in that pose. You have to be breathing at all times. So that's the most important thing. And it is important to breathe in and out through your nose. So take a minute, get comfortable on your mat, and just focus on your breathing. I like to close my eyes for this part, so kind of do whatever you feel comfortable with. Okay, let's do step 2. Start with a brief meditation. Set a goal for yourself. What is the purpose of this yoga exercise right now? For me, it's kind of to get through today. Today has been a very rough day. I have had a crisis at the office when I went in, when it was only just supposed to be me there. And then we had a client show up for their medication, and I couldn't give them their medication, so it was just kind of a stressful morning. And then I came home for my therapy sessions, and I had clients cancel, asked me to see them later to reschedule. So it's been a very stressful day. So my goal is just to get through today. So kind of again, sit there, think about your breathing, think of your goal for the day, for the week, for the month, for the year. If you have to, what is your goal per hour? Everybody's stressed out right now. There's so much going on. So if you need to set small goals per hour, you could also do that. And don't forget to breathe. Okay, let's look at step 3. This is where we are going to get into a comfortable position. There's a few different positions that you can get into to begin. So we're going to go into child pose, which is your legs are back, feet are touching, knees are touching, head down, and your head is just going to rest in between your arms. If you have to, you could put your forehead on the mat and balance. Again, pay attention to your breathing. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. That's one pose. Sorry, my screen went blank. Another pose we could do is the triangle pose. So that is when you stand up. I'm gonna move back so you guys can see me. So it's kind of like a triangle. You're gonna put your left arm up and your right arm down, kind of touching your foot. And you're gonna stretch. Think of your breathing. And then you could do that for a few minutes, and then you could do the opposite leg. And this is the triangle pose. Again, these are beginner poses. And then don't forget to focus on your breathing. And then you always end yoga with a relaxation pose, a comfortable pose, kind of have that time. This is supposed to be about a 5-minute time to yourself. I usually like to do the child pose, which are my knees together, feet together, arms down, and my head in between my arms. Or another one is just kind of sitting crisscross applesauce, and then kind of closing your eyes and taking a few minutes. So this should be a comfortable pose. You're breathing in, you're breathing out. You're thinking of the exercise that you just completed. Again, this is kind of a short version, but usually it's much longer. You do different types of poses in number 3. And then you kind of go, make sure you alternate between both legs, both arms, so you kind of balance it all out. You're only focusing on the moment, what is going on, what is happening now, kind of pushing out everything else aside that you have to do. But yeah, so that is my technique. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please take care of yourselves, and I can't wait to see everybody else's videos. Bye.